All right, well, thank you. I'll get started. So we're obviously in the urban design category, and we're presenting the Melbourne Park Precinct. And as you can see on the screen, it is a significant part of Melbourne, and it's a precinct that we've been involved in for nearly 10 years. So this is a big story that tries to fit into 7 or 8 minutes, but we'll see how we go. We have been involved in a range of master plans down there, as I say, over the last 10 years. So we're very much connected to the precinct. We love the client, we love the team, and really the big idea that we've been working with over many years is to try and create a public realm precinct. So we've been trying to make sure that the very complex logistics, food and beverage, trucks, Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, Serena Williams, everybody that is involved in this project can exist in their own private space, and we can create as much public space as possible. And to be honest, you know, great encouragement from the state government. After 10 years, we are nearly at the very moment of being able to make sure that the separation between the public being able to enjoy themselves and the private side is now totally separated. Sounds small, but a big task. This is a fairly shabby slide, but in fact, I use it because it was given to me by an ex-premier of Victoria, and I guess we're being recorded, so I won't name the premier, who was saying this is what he remembers when he first came to the precinct. You know, it was railway yards, it was infrastructure. You can even see the old MCG. So it was really a case of what can we do to make a change? Well, that is 1992, to be honest. And here it is today. So enormously, $1.2 billion worth of infrastructure work down there. And as I say, we're incredibly proud of not just the master planning, but the architectural projects. But now, as members of the public, you can walk through the precinct on any given day. It's totally open, it's totally free. You can walk with your dog, your cat, your partner, whatever. It is totally connected to, and I guess the last one for us will be the deck across from Melbourne Park to the MCG. So that's, I won't spill secrets, but that's what's coming. And this is an image we used in our original presentation, which is the idea of flow. So going back, the stadiums are clearly big objects, and they do have functional requirements to play tennis, have concerts. You've got Bruce Springsteen one week, you've got Serena Williams the following week. But we were interested in the public realm of the idea of flow. So within these big objects, how do you make people feel intuitive, relaxed? They just feel like they can flow around these arenas, and it's kind of just natural to walk around. So this image, to be honest, was very effective for us, and it's something that stayed with us for a very long time. I guess the other thing in the urban design context is the precinct is about people. And so this is our new Kia arena down at Melbourne Park that just was finished recently and had the Australian Open on. And it's about people, it's about a bit of fun. Like urban design is about fun. So we were trying to make sure the precinct felt engaging. It's just somewhere where people wanted to go. So yeah, it is both a very strong conceptual idea about flow, but also a very strong idea about just people having a good time, really. And if you get both of those things right, we think from an urban design point of view, that's a good outcome. So here you can see the site, and as I say, it is now a totally open site, so you can move through the precinct any given day. Occasionally, and obviously for the Australian Open, there's controls on getting in and out, but for the rest of the time, it is part of our master plan and part of the government's requirement that this remains a free and open public access. So a number of our team do come for it. We have a running group, we have a walking group. So we are just in Flinders Lane. People come down here for a lunchtime, wander around, because it's just part of our natural loop. So yes, it's really that idea in the big sense. And this, again, on the left is one of our original drawings, which is this idea of engagement and flow. So whether you're coming from Flinders Street Station, Federation Square, the Richmond train station, MCG, anywhere, the idea was to make the site feel completely connected. And again, we're probably, I know I'm in an awards presentation, but I do feel proud that after 10 years, I think we're almost at that final moment that this is actually realised. And I do need to acknowledge the people who've been on the journey with us is the Office of the Victorian Government Architects, the State Government Architect, a number of government departments, but also the Melbourne Park client. This is a policy ambition that has taken 10 years to realise. And on the right, you can actually see people enjoying that sort of sense of public space. So, yep, it's totally connected now to the city. And as I said before, it really is about having a bit of fun. We have the, I think they're called the special Ks, Cockamarcus and the Curios. That is really, Melbourne Park is known for the Australian Open, but it's not only known for the Australian Open. It has concerts, it has events, it has the two biggest other ones other than the Australian Open, dare I say, is the Wiggles concert and Andre Rieu. So it's about this idea of how you can complete the sort of matrix of experience for people down there. There's also a number of incredibly detailed issues in the urban design that we have to deal with. And so this is getting into the specifics, but it is thousands of hours of meetings. So on the right, you see Rod Laver Arena. On the left, you see our new centrepiece project. The idea of a view line through the site, so you can see, which many of you might think of being Hisense Arena, and then it became the Melbourne Arena, and then it became the John Cain Arena, which is now. The idea of making sure that you could actually see distant vistas, incredibly important. So a lot of the master planning, and to be honest, a lot of the structural work, you'll see on our building on the left, there's no column on the corner, literally down to no columns. It was important that this vista and being able to see into the distance and connect visually across the site was, urban design-wise, fundamental. I feel like I'm getting myself nervous about the number of times I went to that meeting. And the other one is a simple one. This is the new entry into the Kia Arena. And it's a policy that we were very, very keen to support, and the government was also, fortunately, very keen to support, is there's no gates. There's no doors. You can walk into the arena any time of the day. So if you want to go down there at lunch,
45 seconds remaining.
You can go in. There's nothing stopping you. It is totally free, totally open. So for us, that was a small point, but a morally and ethically important point, that this was, if you want to go at lunch and have your sandwich, you can. And finally, there's all the stuff that urban design people never talk about, which is the back of house. There's 14,000 square metres of stuff that supports this public realm. So you actually need to separate that so the public realm can be public. And that is, as I say, taken us nearly 10 years to do that, but we now have total separation between logistics and public. And the final one is urban design digital.
And time.
Just one quick one. Yep. This is the world's best equitable stadium. Dylan Alcott here, unfortunately, didn't win this year, but we do have the world's, and I'm saying this truthfully, the world's most equitable universal design stadium. It has everything that other stadiums in New York, in Paris, London, they don't have. They look at this and go, that is impressive. We have world-leading benchmark in equitability.